Hello, my name is Stephen Cuddy. I live in Cheshire, Connecticut. I want to share with you my life with depression. Dark days. During my early life, I was not aware of a mental illness. Prior to college, I'd feel inadequate, low self-esteem, indecisive, insecure, but I did not attribute these feelings to an illness. Starting in my 20s, more discrete symptoms of illness appeared. Fear, afraid of my own shadow, pure terror, stay in a bad place because it was familiar, confusion, isolation even in a crowd, unable to speak, hopelessness without end. In my mid-30s, I remember being in my backyard, covered in a deep dark haze. I felt like I had been carried off in a spaceship to some unknown, scary place. Episodes like that scared me out of my mind. Even so, I did not associate these symptoms with a mental illness. I got married in my mid-30s. I couldn't be present for my wife. I couldn't be present for myself. I just wanted it all to end. And I didn't care how. But it wouldn't end. It couldn't end. I had no idea how to end it. I could imagine what hell was like. That's what depression felt like for me. Hell on earth. Unimaginable torment. Not until my mid-40s did I get my initial diagnosis. Depression. In my early 50s, post-traumatic stress disorder, developmental trauma was my true diagnosis. Acceptance. Acceptance was a long and painful road for me. Although experiencing symptoms of mental illness for most of my life, acceptance did not come. Family and friends fueled the belief that I was really okay. Everyone has bad days, they said. I convinced myself that I had a touch of anxiety, a quirk in my personality. I had no way to determine what was wrong with me, so I did nothing. I was afraid of any diagnosis. Stigma got in the way. What would people think? I was afraid of medication. The status quo remained. I developed strategies to continue to function, to hide my illness, but I was barely surviving. These weren't treatments. How could I devise treatments for an unknown illness? In my mid-40s, I was diagnosed with diabetes through the help of a dear friend. At the same time, I fully came to terms that I had more than a touch of anxiety. I had full-blown depression. It became easier to accept depression once I faced the undeniable truth of diabetes. Funny how presentation of one illness can lead to recognition of another. Treatment. Once I accepted my mental illness, I began to seek treatment. I decided to learn about treatment options, exercise being paramount among them. I did not seek professional medical help at first. As good as it is, I recognize exercise alone is not enough. More recently, I'm seeing a therapist, naturopath, and holistic psychiatrist. From these professionals, I've learned about natural cures, food-based supplements, relaxation techniques like meditation, strategies for dealing with real-life situations that can lead to despair and depression. I also continue to learn about other natural cures, things like love, charity, and forgiveness. I always check with my medical professionals regarding any natural cures that I want to apply in my life. 1 year ago, at my insistence, I started taking an antidepressant, which I'm still on today. At first, it drained my energy and made me tired. Now my body has adjusted to it. This medicine has helped memory, focus, and energy. I highly value my medical professionals. They and I collaborate on my treatment plan. Having an entire treatment plan takes the pressure off any one element of the plan. I don't panic when I'm not feeling well. Managing my symptoms is a daily process. Coping skills. These are highly individualistic. These are the coping skills that work for me. Good sleep habits. Early to bed, early to rise. Don't oversleep. Proper nutrition. Complex carbohydrate diet. I minimize simple carbs. fiber, protein, portion control, minimize saturated fats. Exercise, run, swim, bike, gym classes, and athletic events. Routine, structure, but not to the point of a loss of flexibility and spontaneity. Spending time with positive people, but also people with distressing thoughts, as by helping them, I am also helping myself. Dealing with stress through things like meditation, learning relaxation response techniques, and avoiding a flight versus fight living. Hobbies, writing and community outreach on mental illness. Spirituality, my relationship with Jesus Christ. I maintain a gratitude journal. Humor, which is a good test for how I'm feeling. Leisure time, I seek it. I don't fear it as I have in the past. Forgiveness, and I avoid fear because fear is what gives depression its power. Successes, hopes, and dreams. Success for me used to mean recovery or a total cure of mental illness, no relapses. Today, recovery or cure means a normal life, a life just like people without mental illness, a life of boundless opportunity and hope with depression. I can take care of myself. There are people who love me and care for me. I'm able to return the love and care for them too, because of my recovery. My fiancée Linda and I treat each other with love and respect. We recognize my depression in our relationship. We don't fear depression, not anymore. My relationships with my two daughters is good today, even considering that they are teenagers. Today, I am a mental health advocate, appearing on radio, TV, and newsprint, and in the community at other events, such as working for the National Alliance on Mental Illness and their programs, working with the Rushford Clinic in Connecticut, and some other organizations too. I reach out to others. I help improve relationships that involve depression, and I do that on a volunteer basis. I advocate and promote natural cures and gifts of depression. Yes, something good can come out of something bad. Isn't that amazing? Today, I treat depression as a dear friend. I don't run from it. I don't hide from it. I hold it and I embrace it. My name is Stephen Cuddy from Cheshire, Connecticut. Help can be found on my website, commonsymptomsofdepression.com. My email, cuddystephen@aol.com. That's CUDDYSTEPHEN. Or if you're more comfortable, you can call me at home on my landline, 203-439-0498. I wish each of you hope, help, and happiness.